Hello everyone, welcome back again to Angela's Craft Room. Today I've got a masking technique for you using the Beautiful You Stampin' Up stamp set. So in this tutorial I'm using this image here and we're going to mask her so you can do her all in a line like that. Now I'm going to just sponge the panel, but with this particular card the sponging colours I've used, just so you know in case you want to use them, they're Marina Mist, Rose Red and Soft Suede. Okay, so I'm going to use a different combination for the card I'm doing today. So I've got a piece of shimmery white already masked down with my Eclipse masking tape. So I'm going to sponge that first. So we're going to use, first of all, I'm going to use Tempting Turquoise. So I'll just see if I can sponge it and you can see the pad. So you can see how I'm sponging for those that are new subscribers to my channel. So I'm just going to start sponging across the top with Tempting Turquoise. I've done so many combinations, I just had to check that was the colour I was using. So it's just a matter of getting the depth of colour that you're happy with. So it's not a long process with the sponge brayer. It makes it so much easier. So now I'm just going to put my Tempting Turquoise aside and I'm going to bring in some Melon Mambo, which I'm just going to put across there. So you've just got that nice pink in your sunrise. Like that. And I forgot to turn my phone down, I do apologise. You won't hear it ding anymore. So now I'm just going to go back into the Tempting Turquoise across the top there. And then at the bottom I want to put some Old Olive. So I've just got my Old Olive and you can see that I'm not changing my brayer in between colours. I find it's better this way, and then you're just going to, the colours will just blend into each other. So you can use any stamp using this technique, and I'll show you how we mask the image. And if you were going to do it with flowers or whatever stamps that you've got on hand, all you have to do is just make a mask for that particular flower, which I'll show you how I made a mask for the lady, and it's just going to be the same how you made a mask for your card. So I'm just going to close those ink pads. I don't want them drying up. So you can see that was quite fast masking. So then I'm just going to take off the Eclipse masking tape and to reveal a lovely crisp white border. So it's quite effective, and you could stamp anything on there that you wanted to. Now I'm going to get my Stamparatus, my newest favourite tool. So I've already got the sentiment ready, and I'm just going to stamp the sentiment first. Got the Tempting Turquoise at the top as my sky, and that's going to be a little bit too high. It's in touch. So I'm going to bring that over a bit like that. And then I'm just going to grab my stamp case and put underneath the pad like that. So I think I will stamp it in Melon Mambo. So I'm just going to stamp on the stamp there, and I'll just grab a cotton bud. So I'll just bring that down and just press down where the sentiment is. And I might just give it one more go. So I just stamped lightly, otherwise we end up with ink everywhere. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to wipe that stamp straight off with my chamois, so it's clean straight away. I always clean my stamps properly once I've finished the video. So then we want the lady from the Beautiful You stamp set, and what we're going to do is stamp her. Now don't worry if a bit of her goes above into the white border, it doesn't bother me, so it's just a personal thing, so hopefully it won't bother you. So then I'm going to grab my VersaFine Onyx Black ink pad. So I like these little cubes because they're really good when you're stamping and using the Stamparatus. So I'm just inking up the good lady. Okay, and I know I haven't shown you how I've done the mask yet. I'm just about to show you. So we'll get the first one stamped first. So I really like using the VersaFine little cube ink pads, and because I find them very bright, vibrant, and especially when you're doing sponging, it's really important to have a really vibrant black. And I feel the Memento ink, I just don't feel that it's a vibrant enough black when you're stamping over a sponge panel like we are. So that's the first lady. So I said to you before, I use Eclipse masking tape. So it's just sticky on one side, comes on a roll. So what I did was I just stamped the lady on the masking tape like that, and then I cut her out. And it's up to you how perfect you want it cut out. So then we put that over the one that we've already stamped I just try and get their legs, especially this part, this leg up here, I like it to be pretty much over that stamped image. I don't worry too much about the grass or the little puddle that she's in down here. So just making sure that that's really stuck down. And then we're going to lift this up, and you have to make sure you get it down in the right position because I haven't cleaned off the ink. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to stamp her up again. So you can see it's a very easy technique, but it's very effective. And it works really well with this stamp set, Beautiful You. You've got 3 images, 3 different ladies that you could do this technique with. And there's so many things that you could do with this technique. So then I'm just going to stamp that down again. And I just feel that I'd like to stamp it again. So if I'm using the Memento, I find I'm having to do it, 4 or 5 times because I want it to be nice and vibrant. Usually 2 times with the VersaFine is quite sufficient. So then I'm going to just press that down again. So then we're going to peel off this mask, and there we've got our 2 ladies. So then what we do to get our 3rd lady is we just put the mask back over the 2nd image, and this is just to get her all in a line. Like, you could do lots of things. You could have her floating in the air, which I've done. I haven't done a tutorial on it yet, but I have recently made a card with her floating in the air holding on to a balloon with an elephant on top of the balloon. So I will show you that one day. It was a lot of fun making, but there was a lot of colouring with the blends, which I tend to try and avoid with the tutorials because they do tend to go on a bit too long, and I haven't worked out how to do fast forward yet. I'm not that technically savvy. So then we're just going to pop her down one more time. Now just press it down. So that's just one more. So we're just going to stamp her up. So I'm sure you could have lots of fun with this technique, and as I said earlier, even with flowers, you could mask your flowers. You could mask anything really. I'm having lots of fun with this technique myself. So just press a bit harder on where that foot is, and it's just going off the page a little bit, which is perfectly fine. So I'm just going to stamp her up one more time. But I can't recommend Eclipse masking tape enough. It's just so much better than using sticky notes. Like, especially with a technique like this, you could try and do it with sticky notes, but you just haven't got that sticky adhesive all over the back of your mask, and it just doesn't give you the same result. So just press down on her belly a bit there, just it's a bit better. So then I'm just going to peel that mask off, and we're done with the masking. So then I'm just going to, these magnets, I can't get over how strong they are, so just wipe that mask, that stamp straight away. Saves a lot of pain later with cleaning, and I'll clean that all up in a minute. So this is using the Beautiful You. It does come in 2 parts, so you get 2 other ladies as well, plus some other sentiments. And then I'll just grab my paper there. Just put a little bit of ink up there. I don't think it's actually ink, because it does let me use a normal rubber or a razor, however you call it, to rub it out. So after this video, I've got a 2-part video coming up for you, so keep an eye out for that one. So then all we have to do is just glue that onto there, which I'll just grab my Tombow. Just try and get it as close to the edge as you can, but without adding too much of it. Okay, and then we're just going to pop that. As you can see, I've already put a piece for inside, and that measured, the Whisper White piece for inside measured 5 1/4 by 3 7/8, and I just stamped the girl in Melon Mambo. And then I'm just going to place that down as much as I can in the center. So just very lightly, I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure to help that glue adhere without trying to move it. So I really hope you'll give this technique a try with whatever images you've got, because it is a lot of fun. And you can create full scenes with it. This is just doing one image, but you can create full scenes by using this technique. So that's the one we've done today. And that was using Tempting Turquoise, Melon Mambo, and Old Olive, that combination. And then the one I did previous, that was using Marina Mist, Rose Red, and Soft Suede. So just have a play with the colour combinations. You could even add a little bit of Winker Stella as well. But it is a fun technique, so I hope that you'll give it a try. So thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I look forward to doing the next video for you. Until then, happy crafting!